Hello, everybody. This is Alberto Kennedy, aka Grimoire. I just wanted to share something with you guys. This is about spiritual ascension. Now, what is spiritual ascension? Spiritual ascension is basically what the human species and the totality of the species, not just for a certain few, but everybody, all manner of human life on the planet. Uh, our ascension, our becoming more than human, our our spiritual birth in terms of us not only consciously acknowledging the fact that we're spiritual beings, but evolving from that into something higher, a higher state of being. Humanity, the human species, it's as much as we see it as a species, it's a condition. It's a temporary condition because upon the death or the transition of our life as human, we become something more. And we become part of a greater whole. So the humanity as a species is currently undergoing ascension. What is ascension in terms of our spiritual growth? We are becoming more than just human. Um, and right now, this ascension process is happening. Getting more intense. The energies are getting more intense. And there's a lot of friction right now spiritually because there are many people are struggling to evolve spiritually. Uh, there are others that are fighting this process. They do not want to spiritually evolve. They are happy with the status quo. And this you will find with the people in power, government bodies, religious bodies, any hierarchy that has been established and that exhibits a powerful control over the mind, spirit, heart, and body of humanity as a species. Um, they don't want to let go of that power. They feel that they're in power, they're in control. Um, and they are fighting this spiritual evolution with everything they have. Um, why would you fight spiritual evolution if it's the inevitable destiny of the species, ascension, spiritual evolution? Well, you would fight this inevitability if your ego is more powerful than your instinct to evolve, to spiritually evolve. What is ego? Ego is who we think we are. Ego is what we want to be, who we think we are in terms of getting all the toys, making the most money, our competitive streak. We have to take that from that person because I have to have it. Acquisition, being dominant. I have to dominate this other culture. I'm superior to that other culture or that other race. I mean, all that is ego. That's ego based. Um, and I'm looking at my notes here real quick. Some are focused on control, subjugation, oppression, violence, hatred, domination, superiority. These are all egocentric. That is not part of the spiritual evolution of the species as a whole. Um, it's unfortunate that those people are currently in power. They've amassed a great deal of power over the centuries, um, thanks to government, currency, and religion. People who have a pathological need to dominate, people who need to perpetuate ideologies of superiority and supremacy, class, cannot evolve past the physical paradigm of this realm, the physical world. Um, and they counter uh, the spiritual evolution. Constantinople, when he burned the libraries of Alexandria, keeping us ignorant, which is a very powerful Machiavellian technique most conquerors use to keep you ignorant of your divinity, of your spiritual destiny, because that way you're controlled. Um, the physical realm wasn't built to last. Um, the spirit is, you know, I don't know how much more I can expound on that. Um, and the physical world is temporary. So it, these people that are trying to control everything and cheat you or cheat humanity out of their spiritual evolution, the ascension process, will use technology, will use all kinds of things to distract you from what the end goal is for humanity. Again, it's ego based. Those people who want to disrupt this, but also more than that, they fear losing their individuality. They fear losing the ego because upon spiritual ascension, the ego, which was created to navigate in a physical existence, is no longer, it ceases to be. And they have come to believe that the ego is real and spirit isn't. And they need to believe that to perpetuate the atrocities that they have done over the many millennia and generations. Um, those who are trying to control everything and dominate everyone lack compassion. In order to perpetuate the edicts of your ego over other people, over the spiritual evolution of humanity and all that, you have to be sociopathic. And right now, there are a lot of sociopathic people in power. They're trying to control, they're trying to cull. There's active culling that they're using nice words for, like healthcare reform, uh, 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 all different types of oppression, different types of culling, which is basically killing off what the dominant and what the people in power feel is weak. Well, killing off people that are a blight to their perspective on what society should be. Um, uh, that's sociopathic when you lack compassion. And when you lack compassion, there's no way in hell you can achieve spiritual evolution. Because spiritual evolution is based on love for everything, for everyone. And not just a human paradigm of love, a human concept of love, but a spiritual concept of love, that everyone matters. And that's been lost. And for those people, that's been lost. Um, that's sociopathic. That's when you're noticing that the people in power are becoming much more sociopathic, um, when they are devoid of heart and spirit. And that's going to make it very difficult for them to spiritually evolve. You can't spiritually evolve when your ego uh, is in full effect, you know? And when you can't feel the needs of the many, when you champion the needs of the few or the one or yourself over others, no spiritual evolution can be achieved because you don't get it and you don't want to get it. You don't want it. Spiritual evolution is about helping everybody evolve and ascend. And that's what's happening now. There's spiritual warfare going around on a planetary level, a spiritual level, psychic level. So be aware of that for you psychic mediums out there, your empaths, and everybody with ability, magic folk. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware of the cullings that are happening around the world. Be aware. Okay, bye.